have lists this time of year, what we've accomplished in 2015, what we hope to improve upon in 2016. And for retirees and folks saving for retirement, there's an important checklist for you that you cannot afford to overlook. Here to help us with that is Ohio's retirement coach Greg Taylor and Legacy Retirement Group Vice President Kristen Taylor. Welcome, Kristen.
Hello. Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, so walk us through this. What should retirees be considering for their end-of-the-year checklists?
Well, let's first start off with that nasty debt that some of us have accrued during the shopping season.
Yes.
Christmas season. So you want to look at if you have any credit card debt and just start with the one that has the highest interest rate first and pay that off and work your way down. Also, if you have a second mortgage or an equity line, a lot of times that interest rate is variable, so you want to watch out for that and just kind of take inventory of any debts you have and start a plan on paying them off, especially if you're getting ready to retire or already in retirement. You want to make sure you take care of that debt.
Very good. Now, an impact of taxes in retirement. You say this is next. Impact of taxes in retirement. Understand taxes now and then the impact of those taxes in the future?
Yes.
Absolutely. And you have to think right now, our country, we're talking about debt, our country is surmounting $18 trillion of debt. Just the interest on that is unbelievable. And we've been in relatively low tax rates historically over the last 10, 15 years. So you have to think about what impact it's going to be on tax rates as we start to think about in the future paying off our debt, or at least servicing our debt to some realistic degree. So that, as far as also later, we have things like IRAs, 401ks that are tax deferred. Eventually, taxes have to be paid on those accounts, and how they transfer from you to your heirs, to your children, to your loved ones. You want to make sure that Uncle Sam does not become the biggest heir. We call those accounts tax time bombs, right? Because they're just waiting. Most of the heirs take them in a lump sum, and all of a sudden that creates an enormous amount of tax.
Yeah.
And that can be devastating for families.
Speaking of that, you want to make sure if you turned 70 and a half recently, you take your RMD, your required minimum distribution, by April, because there's a huge penalty, 50% of what you should have taken.
Right.
If you don't take that required distribution.
So that's really something.
Yeah, so look into that.
Should keep in mind. Very good. An important one here, be prepared for health care costs to go up.
That's huge. Ours went up this year. Most people's have gone up, and accounting for that with your budget is huge.
Sure.
Well, the repercussions of the Affordable Care Act are starting to kick in, where a lot of the people that were unhealthy, that didn't have care before, now they've jumped into plans, which is a good thing for them. But the idea is now all these claims are coming in, and insurance companies are having to raise their rates. So health insurance costs, you want to make sure that you work with a team that is going to help you get the best cost there. And we have a team of folks that really do a great job of making sure people are getting the best rates they possibly can out there on their health insurance. And then beyond that, as you get older, you have to start thinking about things like home health care or assisted living care or nursing care or Alzheimer's unit care, things like that a lot of families are dealing with right now. The Christmas season hasn't necessarily been merry and bright for every family because they've been dealing with things like health care, and you have to be prepared for that.
Yes.
Finally, you say it's important we know what we have and take inventory of that.
Yeah, so you have all this stuff, gather it all up, put it in a pile, and look through it and really look at what you have, where your investments are at, how they're doing for you, what fees you're paying.
Yes.
All those things.
And how much risk you're taking. Because most people have no idea the amount of risk they're taking. They just say, I don't want to take too much risk, but they don't really know what that looks like.
Right.
How much risk, and if we have another crash, how will that impact your retirement savings? People need to know that. And that's why we offer something that's called our Complete Planning Review. And we offer that because we want to look at all the aspects that can impact our retirement, make sure nothing's slipping through the cracks. And today we're going to offer the first 10 callers that Complete Planning Review,
and
no obligation.
And a copy of the digital book, Winning Retirement.
Yes.
A very nice offer.
Yes.
Yes. So for the first 10 callers, we only have so much space but in our time slot, but we'd love to sit down with some folks and be a help.
Very good. And the number is on the screen right now.
Wonderful.
Kristen, Greg, thank you both.
Thank you.
Always good to be here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.